What is up, YouTube? LazeeLlama here, and here we are back with some more Click Your Heroes, what we're calling old school version, but we're going to be calling that our old school series, kind of hitting back on just, the older version. But, so, you'll see I have a hero soul. I did join a clan. Zach, for anyone you guys know, is an old officer. He made a little test clan that we were doing some tests with, seeing how things work to see if things seem to be broken, make sure I was getting a normal amount of hero souls. If it for any reason ever seems buggy and it looks like I'm getting way too many than I should get, I'm not going to collect it, and I'll just kind of scrap the idea of using a clan. I did a lot of research and trying to figure out how that works, and the payout is different between versions, but he's also on a slightly older version too on the account he plays on. But anyways, we're up to 3 now. We get to claim it. I did actually get to hurt the boss today, so I got a little bit more, it looks like. I did that in one go, but I don't have any immortal damage, so we're not going to get much. Ancient-wise, there's nothing good, sadly, on our first roll, so we are going to have to do re-rolls to find something. We don't want idle things, obviously. I don't even know what ancients are exactly in the game and how they 100% work, I'll be honest. I just don't know. We'll have to figure that out kind of as we go. But anyways, kind of going to get back to this. The clickables are pies, by the way, which makes me think that either for some reason fish weren't in the game yet, but I don't think that's true, or maybe it's the fact that they used to do patches based on events rather than the system clock in your computer. I'm not sure. I know they do system clock stuff now, or they've moved to it for system clock stuff instead of that, so I'm not really sure. But we're all the way down here on Athena. We got a couple levels to throw into Athena, see what we can make happen. We're gonna try to beat 85. We should be able to. We're not going to be doing too much now because this has been the slowest grind I've ever played Click Your Heroes. It's terrible. It makes E9 look like a piece of cake, and E9 was really slow. So, but we should be able to come in here no problem, beat this boss up, use all of our ability to try to make some money off of it. I could have beat it a little bit earlier, I suppose, but that's fine the way we're doing it here. And it lags. It sometimes lags, kind of like the old way the game kind of works. When you use the click and you're spam clicking, if you click too much, basically. Some people suggest that I use an auto clicker. I don't plan to use an auto clicker in this series. I want this just to be us playing the game, as legit, no auto clicker. Obviously, there's no auto clickers in game, so I'll have to do pretty much, not pretty much, but everything manually, which does make late game grinding really slow. But I don't want to use an auto clicker. I kind of want to keep it what it is. I was talking about possibly ascending this episode. That's not going to happen. This is ridiculous. I mean, as you can see, it's just so slow. Every boss is a wall. It's a monstrous wall you just can't beat. And it's crazy. It's difficult. It's very difficult. But I kind of wanted to show you guys, give you guys an update, kind of what's going on. This video is actually getting uploaded a lot later than I originally wanted, and I've been kind of actively trying to push here and there. Not as much as I could have, but when I can. But the zones are ridiculously slow. I've done some testing on sticking at higher level zones versus going back to like maybe 84. It does seem to be worth just wading through the slowness of a lot of the zones to be kind of the best profit, but it's hard to tell. Sometimes jumping back to like 84, like right before your previous boss, does seem to be a little more profitable. But it almost changes kind of depending on the situation. It's hard to tell. But you can see we're not getting very much here, and how slow we kill these, and yeah, it's a struggle. It's a struggle. Right, so we're back. It's now the next day. We're ready to push on, claim that. We can grab a level of this. We can't quite get it to level 10. It does give us a lot per level. The technical strategy of the current game would be to level this guy up to 25 and then get this guy up to 10. We can also probably get this up to 25 pretty cheap and grab that for 20% extra damage. In general, I think what's going to work best for us is just to drop everything I can in here, just because of how much everything's worth. Like, you think this is only going up by a fairly small amount. I can buy a lot more of them. I can easily get it to 25. Let's just get it to 25 before we talk about it too much. You know what? That's technically how you're supposed to do it. And you wouldn't go to 50 first. You would then work on this. Technically, also, you would get this up, which is cheap enough. And I think the next one, yeah, it's all heroes by 10%. So we want that kind of soon as well. I'm missing some stuff back here as well, which is not really good. But anyways, we're going to pop there and just buy as many of those as we can. And now we're almost insta-killing. I did go back and farm this overnight rather than where we were. But we can get up here now and actually try to push on. I'm hoping that our just being stuck may go away here. That's really what I'm hoping for. And this is really cheap. We should probably grab that. These are both going to be really cheap. And I think that's everything we're missing. And we can do a Dark Ritual, which will give us a little bit of damage. Again, grabbing this is something we want soon. We don't want to go too out of our way to afford. And you can see these aren't that slow. These really aren't. I know in like E9, for example, the big walls, I want to say you kind of get slowed a little bit at like 30, then again at like 50. Pretty heavy again, like 60 and 70 range, and then it kind of smooths out. You don't really get stuck much after that, and you'll see, you won't actually see that, I was going to say, because we're going to be playing through that again, but it's a lot easier in the current version of the game. But an E9, which is a couple versions earlier than what the current game is, not anywhere where we are in this series, but this is way before that. This definitely seems a lot slower, and I don't know what the technical differences are, but it's definitely a lot different. So we can get this, which adds quite a bit of damage just buying one of them, or we can go for the whole 10% thing for roughly the same cost. It's actually going to be a bit more to go for that, so we're still better off just going for this, at least until we get to 10 and get this first upgrade, I think. At that point, we can try to move on. I think we can beat this just by clicking ourselves and save both of our abilities, especially if I start actually clicking. We can click through that, no problem. Without even using ability. So we might actually get up somewhere with this episode. And again, I'm thinking maybe things are going to ease up now that we kind of got to this hero range. It's obviously still going to be kind of slow, so we're going to kind of keep going at our own pace. I'm actually going to probably use Clickstorm and Power Surge because they're 10-minute cooldowns. Let them kind of do their own thing and try to push through this as much as I can. And you know, we'll kind of come back as we push along. Maybe when we're pushing up to 100, hopefully that will be not too long. If things go relatively smooth, we should be able to beat 95 now. We might get stuck at 99, or I should say get stuck at 100, but we'll come back when we're attempting to do that and trying to actually push further. Alright, we're back, and things didn't actually get much better. They slowed down a bit. I could have pushed past this a little bit ago, kind of slowed myself down on purpose to kind of save a little bit of gold, make sure we were ready to try to do a bit of climbing. We do have to actually get that up to level 100 before we can really do anything with it, and it's not doing much for us. However, this is relatively cheap to unlock that, so definitely want to do that. Don't need that yet, and then again, we have everything up from here. We can definitely Dark Ritual up. Again, we're doing this at a relatively decent speed. We definitely can move on. We can probably move on, first of all, OMEET here, sweet. But we can move on without using any abilities, which means we might be able to slide on a little bit. I don't know. The beginning is definitely brutal, but what's cool is we got that done. We get our first guild, hopefully, maybe somewhere useful, not really. So we might be able to see all of the heroes. Okay, so the Rangers are in the game. I wasn't sure, but it's just the Rangers. Wow, it's crazy to see that being the only heroes. We're also up to a decent bit of rubies. Saving up for 50, of course, for the double damage. I think that's probably the most important thing in this. However, buying random guild is probably going to be pretty useful in this too. Who knows though? But I'm really curious what ancients are now. We don't really know. We've only got a couple, and I think Zach or Melon. I think I'm gonna call him Zach because that's what it goes by in Discord. But yeah, he took care of this. We actually get 3 today. I attacked it again, which is cool. So 3. We're doing all right. We have 7, and we can ascend for 2 already. So not bad. Not bad. I mean, the 2's not much. I don't know if they do, if you can level these up to 2,000. Yep. You will receive 1 hero soul for every 2,000 levels. Sweet. So that's going to be something useful to have. I thought that was in the game, but I was unsure. Actually, I think that was asked by someone. I think in the comments. But we're doing a little bit of damage here. Ooh, big gold. Big gold. Nice. Get that done. I don't know if pushing out for this is even worth it right now. Probably not. But we're moving at an okay pace. Again, I did over farm, kind of on purpose. We may have been a little more efficient just moving on. I think once we can get a level of Grant here, I think it might smooth out a little bit, and we might be able to kind of get a decent pace up to 130. But also, I'm not really too sure. I definitely don't know for sure. That's definitely going to take a bit to get to, but gold should start scaling a decent bit. If things are similar to the other game, other versions of the game that we've played, I think it's a big think. I'm pretty sure we get to the first level of Frostleaf roughly around level 121, 122-ish. I think it's just after 120 mark. We have to, I think, get by that threshold before naturally we'll get it. We might overfarm and just get it. I don't know. I think we're going to kind of just do what pushing we can here, and I think next video is going to contain the ascend and kind of the end of this run. We'll probably just ascend right at 130. Probably will not spend a single hero soul on anything, just because I feel like we kind of have to keep our hero souls, especially because we're going to have to do a reroll, at least a reroll. I could do the old trick where we save first, I reroll, I check what's in the next set, and then maybe we buy one. Because I have been idling mainly. I mean, we're definitely going to want all the idle stuff. We're not even going to care about the active stuff. Now, I don't know how the costs have changed. I know to get your like final one, I think it costs. Yeah, we're not going to beat that, I don't think. Yeah, no way to do that. We could use our abilities, but that's kind of put us. I think I should just save up for this actually. That's a lot though. We can get this to level... Get it to level 50 for a bit more than it would cost like that. We might be better just to hold for it. It adds more than twice our damage. So even getting to this, and then we'd have to save up the money for that. I actually think we might stay at 105 and farm it out. However, we can definitely push past 105 using our abilities. Maybe we just use everything and we slam through 105 and try to get the 109 to farm. And maybe we'll make enough money. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe we don't even need to use... Let's just pop in here and use these two. We use super clicks too. It's an hour cooldown, but I want to make sure we can get through it. And honestly, pop our gold ones. I wasn't going to use the gold ones, but I think it's a mad dash for Grant. Let's try to save our lucky strike so we can pair that again. With our 1 and 2 abilities. I'm going to keep clicking even though our abilities are not, because I did run the gold ones late. I wasn't really thinking that one through too much until we already kind of made the decision. Alright, so they wore off. So these are going to be slow kills, but they might be the way. You might be best off just kind of waiting through this, letting this be slow, and trying to push up to 109. I think we'll try to get Grant rolling, see what we can make happen, but we're definitely going to probably be wrapping this one up on the sooner side, see what we can make happen. Depending on when the time of the night when we're ready to ascend to, I might end up just saving a lot of gold and we might push for the 140, but I think the wall in this version is going to be absolutely brutal and probably wouldn't be able to claim it anyways, but if there's anything at 135 we'd be able to. But gotta remember, 110, 120, and 130 should all technically be primals. We did not get lucky at 105. Primal being, for anyone who's new to the game, which most of you guys I know aren't, primal is if it's going to contain hero soul or not. But we do have a 70% damage boost now, so we're getting up there in the hero souls. We probably want to save up roughly... I want to say probably like 20 to like 30, maybe max, roughly, before we spend too many of them, especially knowing we have to spend 10% of our damage on a reroll itself. We did really get unlucky here with the options. None of those are anything we need anytime soon. None of them are top picks. The only thing that I even see that is going to be something we're going to want, I mean, this would be nice, but we're going to want Chronos. But that's about it. Like, everything else there's kind of garbage. So I'm just going to kind of keep pushing this up. I think we'll just save gold, see what we can make happen. It doesn't seem like it's climbing that slow, so we'll go from there. Alright, so I want to get this video out to you guys, but this is taking a really, really long time to save up for this. So I'm going to do the rest of this probably off camera. What I'm going to do right now is just drop everything I can into there, give us some extra damage. It was a decent bit, honestly, in comparison to where we were at. Not the best. Obviously, we would have been better off aiming for this, but I'm willing to wait a little bit longer myself. Let's try to get onto this real quick. We're going to just pop through and just beat this. We're not going to get through number 10, but I want to check real quick this video to verify that it is a primal for you guys. So let's try to do that. I'm not sure how bad this is going to be. It's definitely a lot of clicking. But I want to make sure you guys get this video out. Again, if you guys are enjoying the series, make sure to smack the like button. I really do appreciate it. You guys seem to like episode 1 for sure. It's definitely a lot of fun messing around. See how things go. It's not. Oh. It's normally 110, 120, 130. Guaranteed. We're not guaranteed primals. Well, there goes that hope. At this point, I'm better off just getting this 500 levels and buying this. So again, I'm gonna do all that pushing off camera. Not gonna do it with you guys. We'll probably come back when we're getting ready to ascend. Like I said, next video will probably be a decent bit of time still, because it is taking a lot longer than I was originally thinking this was gonna take. I thought this was gonna be a bit faster. I mean, not too much faster than this, but I was thinking it was going to be a bit faster. Anyways, if you guys did enjoy, smack that like button. Really do appreciate it. Again, we do have a Discord server down in the description. Feel free to come join. Get involved in the chat. Just make sure to read the rules first. But hop in. Come hang out with us. And yeah, as always, guys, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.